Live from WTKR News 3. News 3 This Morning starts right now.
Okay, here we go. Live as we come on the air at 5 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Take a look at your screen. That is downtown Norfolk, covered in snow. It's still falling in some spots. Rest of Hampton roads, northeast to North Carolina, under a blanket of white as we cover Winter Storm 2022.
And this morning, we are taking a live look in Virginia Beach. More snow is on the way. First Warning Weather Team tracking just how much more snow we're expecting in a neighborhood near you.
And if you don't have to be out, don't. Not right now. Our crews are telling us the roads are a mess. We know the winter storm is not yet done. You can see in this live picture right here, the flakes are still flying. Oh boy. It's 5 o'clock. It's Saturday morning, and welcome to this special edition of News 3 This Morning. I'm Blaine Stewart.
And I'm Jessica Larche. We thank you so much for joining us as we bring you team coverage of Winter Storm 2022. And it is still coming down out there.
So let's get right to the man of the morning, meteorologist Miles Henderson in the First Warning Weather Center. Where is it still snowing right now, and when will it stop?
That's the big question, right, as we go through this morning. So here's a look at First Warning radar. Most of us still seeing the snow, some rain on the Outer Banks, but I want to show you where we're seeing the end of the snow. So look off to the west, parts of James City County, northern Gloucester County, just starting to see the end of the snow. Things are tapering off through western Surrey County and Sussex County. Wakefield, you're right at the fringe of that last little push of snow. Seeing things taper off back towards Emporia along I-95. Roanoke Rapids along I-95. Rich Square, you're right at kind of the last chance for some snow before things move out for you. Already clearing out there in Bertie County. The Outer Banks, that's where you've been watching this transition between rain and snow. So basically between Oregon Inlet and say Manteo or Wanchese, that's the line. And that line's been kind of dancing across Roanoke Island as we've gone through all morning and overnight hours as well. So let's time it out. Here's 5 o'clock this morning. You see that snow line kind of back to the west there. As we fast forward to 6 a.m., still seeing snow for the eastern shore, Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Portsmouth, Chesapeake, Elizabeth City to Currituck, but wrapping up for many of our inland spots. That's 6 a.m. Let's jump ahead to 7 a.m. Some leftover snow kind of right around the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay towards the northern Outer Banks there. Here's 8 o'clock. By 9 o'clock, most of that is done, and then we'll even start to see some sunshine try to peek through for some of our inland spots. So here's a look at your day planner. Good news, snow wraps up. Bad news, we're really not warming up. We'll barely break the freezing point by this afternoon, and winds will relax as we go through the day. Coming up, we'll talk about the potential for refreeze. That's in about 10 minutes.
All right, now we're going to look at our First Warning traffic, and you're thinking, it's 5:02 in the morning on a Saturday. Are there people out? Yes, there are. Now, we're not talking huge amounts of traffic out there on the major roadways, but here's why you don't want to be on the roads. This is Rec 1. This is 64 getting onto westbound from Military Highway. Looks like cars spun out there on the ramp. They're trying to help them get back off of the ramp and open it up. But you can't get onto 64 westbound from Military Highway right now. And then also on the interstate, there's a right lane blocked. On top of that, 164 eastbound at the West Norfolk Bridge. They have a left lane blocked there in Portsmouth as well. So these aren't huge backup monster wrecks. They're just friendly reminders as to why, if you can, avoid the roadways today. Looking at the slick Cloman Bridge here in Gloucester, as you can see, that's not looking too safe. And we have a couple different things going on here on the map. I want to point something out to you. Notice all the orange here. That does not mean those roads are slow. That's just the 1 or 2 cars that have gone through are taking their time. The sensors were picking them up. CBBT is operating at a 25 mile an hour safe speed. And we're wrapping up here, Blaine. You can see it's really slick out there on 58 and Suffolk at O'Kelly.
It's pretty if you are inside, which we are, but we have our team all across Hampton roads in northeastern North Carolina. Live team coverage tracking road conditions, and we'll start at 5:04 with News 3 reporter Penny Commit, who is live at Norfolk. Now, I know, Penny, you've been driving around over the past hour or so. So where are you? What are you seeing right now?
Well, Blaine, I'm here on Tidewater Drive, and the roads are not looking that great. And I just heard Ted mention, stay off the roads if you can. Here's a great example of why you should listen to him. Right here on Tidewater Drive, a car has gone into a home. I know it's kind of dark out here, but if you can see, there is a truck fully inside of a house here on Tidewater Drive. And the Norfolk Police Department do tell us that there are thankfully no injuries being reported, and no one was in the home at the time of when this happened. We don't have any word on the driver yet, but I mean, there is police tape out here. It is all blocked off. And again, I know it's dark, but if we're able to kind of look into the snow and see where the tire marks are, the representative from Dominion Energy that was here about an hour ago when I got here tell me that the car was actually on the other side of the road and spun off so fast that he went through this neighbor's yard and just crashed into this house. So if this isn't an example of how you should be safe on the roads, I don't know what is. Here on Tidewater Drive, I mean, it is very slick, lots and lots of snow. So please be safe out here. And you can find some more photos of this truck inside of the home on my Twitter at Penny Like a Coin, or always WTKR.com. But for now, we are live in Norfolk. Penny Commit for News 3.
All right, Penny, thank you. We will visit with you in just a bit. But now at 5:05, our Winter Storm 2022 team coverage continues this morning in Virginia Beach. That is where we find News 3 reporter Margaret Kavanaugh. Margaret, oh, wow, a big pile of snow behind you.
Yes, a big pile of snow behind us and some giant flakes, big flakes coming down. And the wind keeps shifting since we've been out here for just a few minutes. It's blown in all different directions. We're right near the intersection of Pleasure House and Shore Drive in the city of Virginia Beach. Take a look up there at that light. That gives you a good idea and a good visual of what it looks like out here. This snow has been coming down all night long. And you can see on the side of the road, obviously, some of this has been plowed and pushed over. Big piles out here on the side of Shore Drive. And then if you look over on the road, there is some buildup out there. We have seen a few cars driving by, and you can see some of them at the light next to us look like they are heading down this way. But for the most part, not a lot of people on the road. We did see a few police officers, but it is cold. It is still blowing. Obviously, some big out here in Virginia Beach. Margaret Kavanaugh, News 3.
All right, Margot, thanks. It is 5:06. This winter storm, of course, is prompting a lot of businesses and even clinics in our region to make some big schedule changes. We want to let you know about the Virginia Department of Health. As you might imagine, they have announced all the community vaccine and testing centers for COVID. They are closed this weekend because of the winter storm. Now, for us here in Hampton Roads, that means the sites at Military Circle Mall in Norfolk and the one at Sherwood Shopping Center in Newport News. Those are both closed this weekend. The plan right now is to open both of those sites Monday with regular hours. Of course, that really all depends on how the roads are looking on Monday. We'll keep you posted with any new information that comes in.
Our time now, 5:07. Still ahead on News 3 this morning, taking a live look. This is from the campus of William and Mary. You can see the snow coming down, blanketing the campus this morning. This is the scene all across Hampton Roads. We're going to update you on the timing of when the snow will be done and how long we could see it stick to the roads.
And we would love to see what's happening where you are. Send in your pictures of the snow, just like this News 3 viewer did. The address on your screen, pics at WTKR.com. We'll be showing them all morning right here on News 3 and on WTKR.com.
Seniors, are you aware that you could pay less for your car insurance?
Seniors can save money on their car insurance.
You might save a little, you might save a lot.
Maybe hundreds of dollars a year.
You might save 5% a year, maybe 10%, 15%, or even more.
That's a lot of money.
So call right now and find out just how much money you might be able to save.
1-800-998-8319. 1-800-998-8319.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. Meet new friends or reconnect with some old ones and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Step into the new with a new Chevy. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy vehicles. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 bonus cash. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Taking a look at your first warning forecast, we're seeing that snow start to taper off. You see everything moving generally from west to east. That'll be the trend as we clear out this morning. So right now you can see that snow is wrapping up just west of Williamsburg, west of Franklin, and west of Ahoskie near Jackson, North Carolina. Also starting to see that snow taper off a little bit closer to Edenton and Bertie County. That'll continue to head to the coastline. Here's 6 o'clock this morning. You see that snow wrapping up, that line kind of going through Chesapeake and just west of Elizabeth City. As we jump ahead to 9 o'clock, pretty much done. You see by 10:30, just a couple leftovers hanging around near the coast. And we even start to see the sunshine try to peek in for some of our inland spots. I don't expect a lot of sunshine today, but especially late this afternoon to this evening, you'll see those clouds start to break up just a little bit more. Winds will also relax as we go through later today. So let's look at what's left of our timeline. 70% chance, we'll say 6 a.m., down to a 40% chance by 8 a.m., and most of that's going to be right along the coast. Just a 20% chance by 10 a.m., and then 10% chance by lunchtime. So a lot of the snow will be moving out by the time the sun comes up. And that's when we need your help. We need you to go out where you are and take a measurement of how much snow you have and let us know what you're seeing where you are. And for a more precise way to do that, here's meteorologist Maddie Kirker.
Yeah, you know, we put together a nice little list for you so that you can do this accurately and also help us out, because we definitely want to see your photos and get all those measurements together. So how do you do that? Well, we've put this together for you, how to measure snow accurately. Well, first things first, if you have one, find a deck or picnic table away from buildings. Second thing here is also try to avoid grassy areas under trees or snow drifts. That's usually where the snow piles up, not necessarily accurate. Make sure when you get to your measuring stick, measure at eye level with a ruler or a yardstick. And last thing, best to take multiple readings and average them together. That way you can have the most accurate number. And we want to see those again, WTKR.com, pics at WTKR.com. We would love to see your photos, Miles.
Exactly, Maddie, and make sure you let us know where you are. A lot of times we'll just get 5 inches of snow. We like it, but we need to know where you are, right? Let us know where you're getting that reading from. Let's talk temperatures, because that's going to be the second part of the equation, right? When are we going to get above freezing? We'll try to climb above the freezing point this afternoon. Here's 3 o'clock, 33 degrees, a little bit warmer there on the Outer Banks. We'll be right along that freezing line this afternoon. By sunset, we're falling back down below the freezing mark, with the exception of the Outer Banks there. So sunset, we're back to freezing, which means refreeze potential tonight into tomorrow morning. This is 7 o'clock Sunday morning, upper teens, low to mid 20s, with the exception of the Outer Banks. So it is going to be cold again tomorrow morning. Watch out for the icy spots. Tomorrow, this is 11 o'clock in the morning, starting to climb above the freezing point again. You see those mid 30s starting to creep back in. We'll see high temperatures closer to 40 tomorrow afternoon. So may not get a whole lot of melting going today with those near freezing temperatures. We should make a little bit more progress on Sunday as we climb back above that freezing mark. So snow early this morning, moving out for most of us kind of mid-morning or shortly after sunrise. Clouds will start to break up this afternoon, but cold and windy, especially the first half of today. As we go towards Sunday, a little bit nicer. Could have that icy start in the morning. Winds will back down. In fact, let me show you the wind timeline for today. North winds 10 to 20. Gusts to 30 plus this morning, but notice stepping down as we go through the day. That's going to help us out a little bit. It maybe quite won't feel as cold as it has over the past day or so. Winds back down more to a 5 to 10 range by this evening and tonight and for tomorrow. Early next week, 40s. So we finally warm up a bit to start next week. I am tracking a chance for rain showers on Tuesday.
And that's just rain. That sounds great. Miles, thanks. Here's a live look right now as we check in on spots all up and down the coast. This is on the eastern shore. Our friends at Chincoteague in Accomack County covered in a blanket of white along the shore there. That's beautiful. You're waking up with a special edition of News 3 this morning.
We call Hampton Roads home. You are what drives the ebb and flow. The get up and go. Proud to protect. Built on respect. You inspire, innovate, and encourage.
Good job.
We shine a light on you. Elevating and making a difference in our communities. Watch for Positively Hampton Roads stories. Only on News 3.